To all of my OMS sisters out there, I just want to take a moment to thank you for being a part of this wonderful organization. And as well, I especially want to welcome and thank new OMS members. The Order of Morris Star has so much to offer women, and men too. But its primary focus is women. And we women deserve an organization that focuses on us, and which will inspire the best in us. Did you know Egypt's Ministry of Antiquities, under the direction of Dr. Zahi Hawass, has launched the exhibition Tutankhamun, Treasures of the Golden Pharaoh, to celebrate what is arguably the most significant archaeological discovery of the 20th century. This discovery in 1922 not only introduced Tutankhamun to the world, but also Queen Nefertiti. The OMS memorializes Queen Nefertiti in its first degree, called the Nefertiti degree. Plans are already in motion on behalf of the Moorish Rite and the OMS to present this most significant installation of our degree system to the Ministry of Antiquities. Stay tuned because I'll be talking more about this in another video. I'm reaching out to women who think like I do, and also to those who don't. Ladies, promiscuous behavior is a smear on womanhood, and it does impact those of us who are striving to be upright and chaste. It impacts us because men, and nowadays women, can easily be under the impression that all women are loose and promiscuous. It's an automatic assumption, which can lead to harassment, violence, and even rape. It's a conversation piece. I've been in situations where upon my refusal of some guy hitting on me, and in their persistency, they'll say, "Aw, come on, you know you want it." And then as that persistency would turn into desperation, they would go as far as saying things like, "You know what I could do to you? You wouldn't turn me down if you saw what I had in my pants." And they would talk like they were so superior at doing something that God created everybody to do, as if they were the only ones born with anatomical parts. Or a woman saying something like, "Aw, come on, you know I can do things for you that a man can't do." As if she's the only one born with a vocal instrument. I'm sure a lot of people know what I'm talking about. And I'm amazed at how people boast about their sexuality and their sexual prowess. And this is often from people who don't really have their heads together. I've heard friends and associates brag about what they could do in bed, as if it's what defines them. People have reduced their humanity to their sexuality. Sure, you have this part and that part and all of your sexual prominence, but you're missing two of the most important parts. You don't have a heart and you don't have a brain. You're just like Tin Man and Scarecrow from the Wizard of Oz stories. But here's the difference. They were at least seeking the help of a wizard to get those things. And a lot of you don't seek help because you don't want it, and then you wonder why you're not happy. Because again, you have no heart and you have no brain. Isn't it about time, and I'm talking to men right now, that you boast about the head on your shoulders? And isn't it about time, I'm talking to women right now, that you boast about the assets of your mind? Look, everybody knows that this is war. Everybody's not talking about it but everybody knows what is going on and everybody's affected by it. People on both sides of the conflict are always strategizing and calculating, plotting their next move while smiling at each other in the face. Now look, the family is the greatest institution the world has ever known, and the woman is the nucleus of that institution as she is the mother of civilization. And again, family is the cradle of civilization, and woman is the hand that rocks the cradle. Like, what could really be liberating about a woman wanting to live a single lifestyle with no real quality relationship other than a desire to sleep with a lot of sexual partners, rather than an honorable lifestyle with one committed partner and ambitions to start and raise a happy family? And if she's lucky enough to stumble upon a quality relationship, she's prone to lie about her past and her promiscuity because she feels deep down inside guilt, embarrassment, and shame. And she doesn't want the good man that she's always been seeking to leave her upon discovering the truth about her past. Ladies, always be straightforward and honest before being serious about settling down. Trust me, it's worth it in the long run, because we all have some kind of a past. But can we get past it? We don't get past it by covering it up like makeup, but by honesty and honestly making the change to leave the past behind us. So instead of a good man knowing that you're used goods, you instead create the pretense, the illusion of wifey material. My sisters, please stop lying to our men. They don't deserve it, and no matter how much you hide it, a man will know. Because the truth comes out sooner or later, eventually. I don't think women take responsibilities and consequences to their actions seriously. Why would a woman choose a slutty lifestyle with fleeting sexual partners while knowing about the dangers and consequences thereof, such as fatal diseases, reproductive harm, public ridicule, self-hatred, and a lifetime of loneliness? I don't care what any of you have to say. Some of you may call yourself a lone wolf. You know, the independent woman mindset. But really, nobody wants to be alone. Now, some of you may say, well, men aren't the only option for women today. Okay, so for some women, that may be true, but for most of us, that is not the case. And with all due respect to that community, I'm not talking to that community. So now we believe that being other than what we were created to be is the way to go. And that means to be in constant rebellion against all that is good, righteous, and just. To be against God. A lot of people pretend to be diehard religionists. You know, they have so much belief in God and the holy books, claiming that they live by the word, and that they're cleansed in the blood, and that they follow the sunnah, etc. What do they actually practice? How do they actually live their lives? They commit fornication, adultery, they're deceitful, and do not at all abide by the word. Sisters, put on some clothes, clean up, and dress up. Dress up your mind, your body, and your soul. Be what God and good men would approve of, not what the devil or society would approve of. Be the godly woman you were created to be. Be the goddess. Walk as a goddess would walk. Talk as a goddess would talk. And dress as a goddess would dress. But be careful, because the word goddess is being adulterated every day in the media. And I'm not talking here about being a goddess of sex. I am not talking about someone who is half naked, shaking her ass, or swinging her boobs at the camera. You know, a wise man once said, "A woman cannot put on a white dress and expect people to respect the dress." I have something to clarify for some of my viewers. My use of the word war does not mean war on a physical battlefield, using bombs, missiles, or machine guns, etc. I'm not advocating physical violence, physical aggression against anyone. It's a metaphor for the fight that is required within yourself and your resistance to dehumanizing influences from other sources. The war that I'm talking about is on a spiritual and psychological battlefield. So, subscribe, comment, like, and may the peace be with you.